The British Home Office is what ends up in the toilet after cowardice eats too much self-righteousness. Just a few days ago, news broke about the British government calling Christianity a religion of violence. An Iranian ex-Muslim convert to Christianity applied for asylum. He said that he had converted to Christianity after concluding that Christianity, unlike Islam, is peaceful. The British Home Office called him a liar and quoted several Bible passages to show that Christianity promotes violence. Apparently, that case was just the tip of the iceberg because more stories about the British government's hostility towards ex-Muslim Christians are beginning to emerge. The Daily Mail reports, "Your faith is half-hearted. Second Iranian Christian had asylum application rejected by the Home Office after saying Jesus could not protect her from the Iranian regime," lawyer claims. The Home Office is facing more questions about its attitude towards Christian asylum seekers amid claims it rejected an Iranian woman's application to move to Britain by telling her, "Your belief in Jesus is half-hearted." There was outrage this week after it emerged a convert was refused asylum in 2016 because an official said his conversion from Islam was inconsistent with his suggestion Christianity was a peaceful religion by highlighting violent passages from the Bible. Now, immigration caseworker Nathan Stevens, who exposed the first case, has said another Iranian he worked with had her application rejected after an official criticized her for admitting Jesus could not protect her from his country's tyrannical regime. Mr. Stevens posted a comment from the refusal on Twitter, which read, "You affirmed in your AIR, asylum interview record, that Jesus is your savior, but then claimed that he would not be able to save you from the Iranian regime. It is therefore considered that you have no conviction in your faith and your belief in Jesus is half-hearted." Think about what the British Home Office is saying here. According to the British Home Office, if a gunman opens fire, a true Christian shouldn't duck. A true Christian should just stand there and say, "Well, Jesus can protect me." According to the British Home Office, a Christian shouldn't take medicine. He should just say, "Hey, Jesus can protect me." According to the British Home Office, a true Christian shouldn't wear a seatbelt. He should just say, "Jesus can protect me." The British Home Office insists that true Christians never take steps to ensure their safety. That is totally unbiblical. When the Apostle Paul finds out about a plot to assassinate him, he notifies the Romans so that they can protect him. But the British government says that a former Muslim isn't a true Christian because she's asking for asylum. The woman, who wanted to remain anonymous, spoke on BBC Radio 4 this morning. She said, "When I was in Iran, I converted to Christianity, and the situation changed, and the government were looking for me, and I had to flee from Iran." The interviewer then asks why the situation is difficult in Iran for Christians. She added, "Because in my country, if someone converts to Christianity, there is punishment is death of execution." On the asylum process, she says, "At first, when I applied for asylum, the person who interviewed me was a very young and inexperienced person. At the interview process, every time he was asking a question, I was responding back to him. He was either chuckling or maybe just kind of mocking when he was talking to me. For instance, he asked me why Jesus didn't help you from the Iranian regime or Iranian authorities. He was trying to tell me that, or maybe just claim that I'm not a real Christian and he does not believe in my faith, or maybe my faith is just half-hearted. That's what he was trying to show me. I don't think that he was treating me fairly or was not giving the decision fairly and not understanding my faith and myself and how I talked about Jesus." So, a Muslim woman converts to Christianity in Iran. She wants to flee to the West so that she can have religious freedom, but she's told by the British government that she's not a real Christian because she wants religious freedom. Can you even imagine the British Home Office responding, to Muslim asylum seekers this way? Can you even imagine the British Home Office saying, "Oh, you're a Muslim and you want asylum in the UK because you're from a sect of Islam that's being persecuted by another sect of Islam? Well, I guess you don't have much faith in Allah, you fake Muslim coward." That will never happen because the British Home Office bends over backwards to protect Muslims who are being persecuted by other Muslims, but mocks ex-Muslims who are being persecuted by Muslims. Congratulations, Great Britain. You've got my vote for this week's worst country in the world. After spending months thinking, wow, I hope Brexit happens so that Great Britain can get away from the horrible European Union, I'm now thinking, wow, I hope Brexit happens so that the European Union can get away from horrible Great Britain.